Hey everyone, Plasma Dragon 15 here with the Wi-Fi battle against AllStar. He's a pretty nice guy. I'd check him out, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, I'm just the guy battling him here and narrating a battle, so whatever. So this is a UU-INU match, and I lead off with the Articuno as he leads off with the Float Cell. I've never seen one of these, so I switch out, because I'm not sure if they can learn any random rock type move or fighting type move that can be threatening. Plus I thought he would set up Rain Dance, but he goes for a taunt, which completely screws over my Licky Licky. Now, I just do not know what lead float cells have, so I'm just pretty much clueless here. And I get flinch, which doesn't really matter. But I use knockoff, and I knocked off his focus sash, which is a great accomplishment on my part if I do say so myself. So, like, my team is kinda weak to water, except for one person, so I pretty much have to knock out this float cell. So I just jizz all over his face with explosion, and he dies, and I die along with him. So yeah, Licky didn't do anything this match, and I'm kind of glad that he exploded on him. Actually, like Licky wouldn't help me at all later in the battle. So yeah. So I send in Articuno as he sends in his Claydol, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty nice switch. So I just go for Ice Beam here, and this Claydol was kind of scary at first, but eh. He sets up Light Screen here, which tells me automatically he's like a dual screen, Stealth Rock, exploding Claydol. So I send in Entei here, as he sets up the Reflect. So I'm not really worried at all, even if he has Earthquake or Earth Power or anything. So I go for Will-O-Wisp, because I know his only attack move is Explosion, so whenever he explodes, it's not going to do that much damage at all. As he sets up Stealth Rock, which is going to be pretty much useless, because I have a Donphan. So that Claydol did shit this match, and it deserves to go die in a fire. And I sent in Donphan just in case he exploded, but he withdrew and went into Porygon 2, which I figured he would have because that's his favorite Pokemon. So I'm not really all too worried about this thing. I mean, like, I know that those carry Ice Beam, but I know he's not going to do that right off the bat. He's just going to Toxic me like most of them do. So I have to Rapid Spin because I have a freaking Entei and Articuno, so yeah. I'm not even going to mind my own Stealth Rocks. But I know he's going to Ice Beam now. Wait, yeah. I know he's going to Ice Beam now, but I leave Donphan in to die because it did its main job. Because if it didn't, like, Rapid Spin, I probably would have... Well, I'm not going to ruin the ending. I'm not going to ruin the ending. But yeah. I pretty much left Donphan in as Death Fodder because Porygon 2, with a combination of Ice Beam and Discharge, pretty much rapes my team because I don't really have anything to take an Ice Beam or Discharge all that well. Because Slowking gets raped by Discharge, and like freaking Entei, I don't want him paralyzed. So the only way to stop this Porygon 2 is to switcheroo it and give it a Choice Scarf to completely cripple it. So that's what I do with the Viper, my awesome Seviper. So he's locked on to Discharge, and that doesn't even do all that much to me for a Seviper. So his Light Screen wore off, so that's pretty good because I'm a special base Seviper. And yeah, he outspeeds me now, so he's going to do a nice sizable chunk. So I Sludge Bomb, and it does a pretty decent amount to Porygon 2 since they pretend to be pretty bulky, but that's physically, so that's whatever. So yeah. I have just the amount of HP after leftovers to live at other Discharge. So I just do as much damage as possible with Sludge Bomb, and Seviper goes down next turn, but it did a pretty damn good job. He crippled a Porygon 2, and that thing could have raped my team. So yeah, nice job, Seviper, and then you go down like the true man you are. So yeah, I send in Entei just to finish him off, because I know I'm faster even if he's Choice Scarf. And I just Fire Fang him to death. Entei should definitely get Flare Blitz just like Flareon, but that is whatever, because Nintendo are idiots. Yeah. So we sent in for Alligator, and I'm really scared of this thing. So I Will-O-Wisp, and that completely cripples it. And he over-predicted a switch here into something that resists water like grass, and he goes for Ice Punch, which probably would have been a pretty nice prediction, but it cost him this for Alligator. You know, Waterfall wouldn't have done that much to me after a burn. So yeah. Now that he's burned, I'm not worried about this thing at all, and I Stone Edge it. As he goes for a Waterfall, so yeah. Yeah, like Dragon Dance for Alligator, like any powerful offensive water type can wreck my team, really. And yeah. So Stone Edge did a pretty nice chunk, and Waterfall did actually a lot after burn. Even though it's like, well, I don't care. It did a pretty nice chunk, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Alligator dies to Stone Age. And this is a Miss Magius, and I'm kinda worried, because my team is a little weak on the Ghost side. But I just Iron Head instead of Fire Fanging for some reason, didn't really matter, but yeah. Now this, yeah, Entei just dies. And he gets a crit there, which obviously doesn't matter, but it was just a freaking taunt in my face. It's like, oh, well, you can't get a crit at all this match, so I'm gonna get one even though it doesn't matter just to taunt you, but whatever. Yeah, I Ice Beam it now, and it dies. Just dies, and yeah. This mage just goes down and didn't do shit this match except take on Entei. So he sends in his Charizard, and it gets raped by Stealth Rocks. Like, seriously, it gets raped. And I outspeed because I am a Scarf Articuno, and I Ice Beam that thing to hell. So all he has left is that Claydol, and I'm just going to Ice Beam that thing for the win, and that is a good game, AllStar. So, yeah. Good game. Scarf Articuno's win. And I get a crit there, yay! Totally mattered, but yeah. So whatever, yeah, see you later guys, good game, and